Okay. Now, now it should be so right. I think. I don't know. I want to go back to bed. I'm tired. Ugh. Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to today's Daily Peak, wherein I'm fucking, I'm going to fuck. Okay. So I wrapped my blanket around myself tighter because I'm God's most perfectist and specialist little guy. Um, yeah. I've I spent the last couple of hours doing some dungeon raiding over on uh Meta Realms because I used up a decent chunk of black bronze, and we still have plenty for tool repairs and stuff. It's fine. Um, but yeah, I used up more than I feel than I maybe should have. We still have a decent chunk of it. I don't want to say like I used up all of it because I didn't. The scythe might have been excessive, but it also looks amazing. Anyway, uh I'm like a gold nugget short of getting us another couple ingots, I think. I'm awake. I am awake. Um anyway, I did more of that than I intended. And then I spent more time than I intended doing the uh doing that dungeon raiding. So I was doing that for a while, and now it's 11 a.m. and I'm just starting the daily peak. I swear I'm good at life and time. I'm good at everything. I can even waste my time correctly. I'd never screw that up. But yeah. I I'm going to take my meds. I'm gonna do that with a sour pineapple lost and found energy drink. Ooh, that'll wake you up. Oh, bitter pill right on my tongue as it got hit by the sour energy drink. Okay. I'm gonna do this, lie down for a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna head right back over to Shadow Realms, because I need to find just a little bit of gold. I mean, technically, I have found quite a bit. It's just in the goddamn walls, and I can't mine it. So. Ugh. You know. I love the research system that they're doing over on Shadow Realms. But I also hate that goddamn research system. Because what do you mean I can't mine precious metals? I just can't? I just physically can't? What do you mean I can't mine zinc? It's like basic alloys and then like advanced alloying are the tiers. And I am just throwing a hissy fit because I can't make like molybdechalcos. Even though it is available, you just have to do a lot of exploring for it. Like, it's not like it's inaccessible. People have found iron tool heads and everything. Like, they're available. I'm just being pissy. I think I found another dungeon relatively close to our base, though. Which means I will more than likely have quite a bit more to explore. So that's good, at least. It also means that I don't need to worry too hard about someone else coming on and being like, hey, we only have 17 black bronze nuggets. Let's all murder the leader of the group over it. Because of course that is the obvious solution that anyone would come to. I'm trying to train a revolutionary instinct into these people. So yeah, very much first thing they should do, stab me to death with hammers. And then, like, see where that gets you, you know, take your next steps from there. But the hammer stabbing is really the priority there. You've got to lead with that. Howdy howdy. Hey! How you doing, cat? Chill, cat. Cat, chill. Chill, cat. Cat. Chill around. Chill around, cat. Cat, the cat that chills around. I was trying to come up with a better nickname, and then it was just nothing. Just short-circuited. Yeah, I am simply talking about my vintage story woes. Because I did impulsively make a tool out of a rare material because I thought it would look cool as hell, and it did. It did look cool as hell. But yes, I do need to replenish the stocks of that material, because, like, we're not out of it, but we're low. We're low now. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I also need to find more bismuth. Granted, I made a ton of tools out of bismuth bronze. Straight up just worse than tin bronze. I downgraded most of my tools. Well, I say that. Actually, most of my tools were copper, so it's technically still an upgrade. But, like, we have so much more, like, tin bronze. I probably could have. My brain is getting stuck on Vintage Story right now. It's like getting hooked on phonics, but for fucking, like, the heroin version of it. You can tell how normal I am right now. Normal, awake, especially. Whee. Yeah. I am doing my best. I'm doing my best. God, I need to get those fucking applications in. It's gonna be on my mind forever, I think. It's gonna be the big thing of my next few weeks. It's gonna be some variation of, oh, I haven't gotten the thing in yet. Because it's the most stressful activity. Because I'm trying to move country. Have I tried playing some other games other than, what, Vintage Story? I mean, yes. I have done a decent amount of work on Pathfinder stuff. I say I've been stuck on Vintage Story. I have been playing Vintage Story for like a couple hours today, and I just got off to do this. It makes a little sense that I'm still over there a little bit. It has been less than 10 minutes since I hopped off. That being said, I do need to keep working on the Dungeoneer's Guide to Croya, because I want to get a module for that out on Foundry VTT, which means I need to finish up the, like, demo version I've been working on. And do some playtesting for the mechanics. I'm making, like, pretty good time. This is pretty neat. I love it. I mean, you say that, but one of the big things is I am playing Vintage Story primarily to socialize with people. That's where I'm at. I am interacting with friends. You know? Like, I'm not actually convinced that my guild is going to rip me apart piece by piece for not replenishing our gold supply. People are gonna be a little annoyed, but that's fine. I got a cool ass scythe out of it. But like Vintage Story is legit. It's a fun game. Like it's not like I'm out here torturing myself by playing it. Ooh, tropics. Hell yeah. No. Minecraft is good. But I find that I don't love the base game all that much. I always end up modding it quite a bit, and when I do, I always mod it into basically a survival automation game because I just enjoy playing that more. Like, I can't engage with it properly unless it either has, like, a high difficulty aspect, like Vintage Story, where it's got all the survivalist shit. Or it has, like, the logistical elements of Satisfactory. Oh, wait. You're talking about, the fucking playing a different game on stream? No, I was just talking about, in my day-to-day life. No, I used to play Minecraft on stream. It was pretty relaxing. I am experienced enough with it, that I was able to play it a decent chunk while just talking. But yeah, I eventually stopped because, again, it's not super engaging. And I always felt a lot of pressure to set up something because of how prevalent Minecraft content can get. It's like, okay, I need to do something unique and interesting every time. That's not a good way to enjoy your streaming experience. Like, I have played several different games. The Daily Peak is the series that has managed to stick around, because it has managed to be something easy that I actually enjoy doing. Yeah, no. The Peak, I am explicitly not playing for a social purpose. I'm doing it for, the live streaming. I am trying to get cooler with the idea of putting out content that isn't, super highly polished. And it is helping with that, actually. Because I have made more progress in finishing projects recently than I have in a hot minute. I'm not necessarily making better things. It's more that I am making things, period. Because I am like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect for me to say, okay, it's done. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm talking at a decent clip, and all that. But yeah. No, I appreciate, you enjoying my voice. Wait. That is, must be cold out. Must be cold. Yeah, I have a lot of sleeping issues too, though. History with, some night terrors and stuff, and I might have some kind of sleep disorder. It's unclear. I'm going in for a sleep study, like in a lab, in a little while. Like this summer, I think. But yeah. So I totally get having sleep issues. And Peak is pretty peaceful. Nah, it happens. It's mostly the reason it's not more active here is because I don't advertise. So I stream a lot, but the streams themselves don't actually get to a lot of people. Because YouTube doesn't like promoting streams all that much. And Twitch is very little in the way of a content discovery system. Hey, if you guys want me to get more popular, go into the whole audience, I mean. Take clips of my shit and share it over on my Discord server. I will probably upload it as, you know, clips. Ooh, what was that? Hee. Book of Bones, hell yeah. Solid find. Yeah, no, I could be a lot more popular if I wanted to. Not to brag. It's mostly just my lack of energy to advertise. Because that requires a lot of putting stuff together. And I don't necessarily get paid for that. I don't get paid for this either, to be fair, but... Proactive with their fans. You mean interactive? Also, usually, they were already fairly big from other things. Like, you'll find, you know... Like, the people who are popular without doing any big advertising are doing, like, algorithmically targeted stuff. So they're not directly advertising, but they are advertising. Because they're doing stuff that they know will get shared more. Meanwhile, I just do this. And Peak, I feel like, had a solid presence on YouTube for a little bit, but it hasn't stuck around. Yeah. It was out of oil. What'd you want me to do? Yeah. I could have a lot more reach if I did some clip posting. I have a degree in video editing. I'd probably be pretty good at it. It's just not something I have the energy to do right now. It's mental health stuff, you know? It is pretty peak. Man, it's such a massive coincidence that they named it peak after a mountain peak, and that also just happens to be a word for really good. I can't believe they would come across this synergy incredibly coincidentally. We are right near the top. We're making decent time here. This is like 26 minutes, and we are up around the top of the second biome. Blech. I am just remembering. Okay, I have some beliefs that fall along the lines of witchcraft and, you know, like animist traditions. The, like, everything has a spirit school of thought. I should probably check on the chicken. There's a giant metal chicken in my front yard, to be clear. I'm not checking on an actual animal. That would make more sense. No, there is a giant metal chicken in my yard. It's like a lawn decoration. You see, the game might seem pretty hard, but I am actually playing it on its hardest difficulty. the like baseline of the game is actually pretty simple. It is not all that difficult to do. Oh, that's not good. So if you think my thing is difficult, don't worry. I am playing the difficult version. I'm making it harder for myself on purpose. Eh, shoot. Okay, okay, I'm fine. I'm good. Ooh, that's not ideal. Ooh. Oh no. Can I shimmy away from this cactus? I don't think I can shimmy away from... Oh. No, I'm playing on the difficult mode. The normal game is easier than this. I'm playing on fuck you difficulty. Ah! I'm so close. I'm so close to... Yes! Okay. I'm fine. Check that out. Oh god. I'm fine. Yeah, no. I'm playing on super difficult. No one just picking up the game would get this experience. The way that Peak's difficulty works is you can see up in the corner there, ignore the uncanny valley void that is on either side of the monitor. It says Ascent 7. Peak has 7 different, well, it has 9 different difficulty modes. There are the 7 ascents, which are additional challenges. Then there is peak mode, which is just normal peak. And then there is Tenderfoot, which is like normal peak, except you have a ton of extra stamina and stuff. It is easy mode. Tenderfoot is actually really good for like a relaxing like time. It's almost meditative. With Ascent 7, you need to be a bit more focused once you're coming up here. But I have a great time with it because I love the absurd difficulty aspects of games. Yeah, no, peak on its normal difficulty is fine. It's a lot easier than this. Because I will admit, Ascent 7, pretty hard, actually. But I have a cool golden sash for getting through it, so I'm fine with that. I have the Mountain Goat title. Kinda speedrunning this? If I was speedrunning, I would be losing a decent chunk of time here. But up to this point, yeah, I'm actually going pretty fast. Like, more than usual. I was talking about the idea of speedrunning this game on stream yesterday, actually. Turns out there is like a like no exploits random seed challenge. You need to have a couple mods, and I would need to change my stream overlay so you could actually see everything. But otherwise, I could totally do that. I'm good enough at this game that I think I could start submitting to that and eventually get, at least up there on the leaderboard. The Daily Peak has trained me well. I'm realizing I don't need this aloe vera, because I'm a skeleton. Absolutely. You have a good nap. Blech. Meanwhile, I am still working on Pathfinder stuff, just kind of as background radiation to all of my other things. Dungeoneers of Croya. It is noonish, actually. But I appreciate the sentiment. Dungeoneers of Croya, the campaign setting and system. Really? The fog is only rising just now? Dang, I really am speedrunning this. I thought that was a flower. That is dynamite. It's like, oh, did they add something new to the mesa? No. That is dynamite. Yeah, Dungeoneers of Croya. The campaign setting I have been working on, which is about exploring... Which is a setting in which there are mega dungeons, and which adds a lot of mechanics for exploring mega-sized dungeons. I really don't want to risk that fall. I have been doing my best to get more work done on that. I've kind of outlined my my draft version in Google Docs, which is taking all of my stuff to feed an AI, which I don't love. But, you know. I started writing it in Google Docs before all of the AI stuff. It's not much I can do about it now. I am copying most of it over to Foundry VTT though. Um, and the hope is I can make a module with like the final versions of all of the stuff. And I can make that like a paid thing so I can actually sell some of the like expansion stuff I've been working on. Like exploration system stuff. Hopefully, it all goes well, and I make a modest sum. I don't know, like $1,000 would be nice. It would not pay back all the time I've spent on it, but it would help make it feel worth it. I don't know. Someone give me $1,000 right now. I have my hand open. I jest. But yeah. Not like $1,000 for the module, like $1,000 profit total from selling it. The actual module itself probably wouldn't be more than 30. This is just my world building note. Which, I mean, my world building notes are fine. And it would be the, like, little mechanics I've come up with for the Dungeoneers of Kroya system. Like, dungeon exploration system. Which, I think, if I've designed it correctly, can facilitate GM-less play. Which is always fun to have that as an option. Yeah, the bulk of the system is mostly just mapping out dungeons with like points of interest instead of any like actual moment-to-moment map. And having large but like, you know, not too overwhelming battle maps for each of those points of interest. So instead of having to make a city-sized dungeon map, you have a big dungeon with like descriptions in it, and you just focus in on a few of the key locations and assume that everything else is some variation of hallways. Yeah, overall, you go to the points of interest, you can, like, write quests for yourself and your friends. Oh god. That take place inside of the dungeon, and it's some variant of, oh, go to point of interest, use map C, and do these encounters. But you know, it's something. It's, I guess the technicality is like the random encounter deck becomes your GM, but you know. I'm doing my best to make an experience that is like as logistically challenging as it is challenging combat-wise. I don't know if I've succeeded at that, but you know. I've got things like oh, one of the notable things that I've done is done some reformatting of the crafting system, because currently it just lets you spend time instead of money, with a slight risk of failure based on skill checks that really just extends out that time limit. And I wanted a system that does the opposite, where you could spend money in place of time to rush a thing. In the kind of environment wherein you would actually need to do some crafting, because you're like away from any kind of town for extended periods. So it's like, yeah, you could always, like, wait until the next time you're in town to to, like, just purchase a new bag of ammo. Or, you can hope that you don't get into any fights on the way back. Or, you can have your crafter, like, tear apart some of the treasure items you collected. And use that scrap to make you more ammunition. And it's not cheap, and you're using up some of the resources that you otherwise would have spent getting new stuff, but you have the ammo now, and you can probably get to the next town alive, as opposed to needing to spend X gold to revive yourself after you've died, as well as pay off the guys who collected your corpses for you. That's the zone I'm in. And I've also worked out some basic mechanics for, like, oh, you can harvest resources from your environment by doing X and Y. Or there are, like, skill challenges throughout that can offer the reward, which is a resource bundle that could get you through a while. That kind of thing. Caldera. We're progressing. I don't actually need the bandage. I don't know why I'm, like, cooking it and everything. How valuable is it to have a portable stove? I think I can go with that. I want to get to the temple as a skeleton, and then I can change back. Because as much fun as it is to not take any kind of temperature damage, I don't love being one hit. Yeah, I've done some revamping of crafting systems. I have added optional wound systems that make it so you need to apply first aid as well as use healing magic. Because healing magic is a fucking band-aid on a bullet wound. My logic for that is, the way healing magic works is it accelerates your body's natural healing. It is making it so when you receive healing magic, what is actually happening is your metabolism is speeding up 80 times, and your cuts are scabbing over really quickly. And your body's using a lot of resources to do that, but we all know adventurers eat a ridiculous amount anyway. And there are penalties for going any amount of time without food, basically. So that's covered in other areas. One of the notable things, though, is that your body is entirely capable of healing back wrong. It's one of those things you don't usually think about. But if you break a leg and you don't go to a doctor, get it set, get it casted, you can walk on it funny. You can even just the initial break is so extreme that it's just not going to heal back properly. And you might heal with a bone sticking out of your leg, or it's just in there sideways. You know, and you've got a, like, candy cane-shaped ankle. Which, not ideal. And if that, like, break or whatever is extreme enough, you are going to have issues, like, it's not going to heal back right. And healing magic speeds up the process of it not healing back right. So there are wounds, the wound system makes it so, either before the healing magic is applied, you need to do, like, a first aid check to set wounds. And then you can use healing magic and it's fine. Or you can use healing magic to kind of half recover them temporarily. And then during your next long rest, you, like, re-break the bone and set it properly. Which, as I'm sure you can imagine, isn't a pleasant experience. But it is, like, what you've got to do to be fully operational. And it kind of takes the place of a, like, critical hit deck. So it's like, whenever, like, one of these martial characters, generally speaking, gets a crit, they can choose to either do their double damage, or they can inflict a wound, and give penalties based on where they hit and what they hit with. So you can apply different wounds. And it just introduces a, like, second stage to the healing system, which makes it a little more realistic and a little more difficult, hopefully without being too obtrusive. I don't actually know if it's too obtrusive or not, though. I've deboned. I'm no longer bones. It's a sad day for us all. Cane launcher, fortified milk, scout cookies, that's nice. What's in here? Pandora's lunchbox! Okay, I need to take this. Obviously. Otherwise, how will my gay lover Pandora know how much I value her? The rest of that I think I can leave behind. Yeah, I've got that stuff set up, and I'm working on custom archetypes that give features specific to the additional systems added in Dungeoneering campaigns. So it's like, yeah, there is all of this stuff. Oh, and the Recall Knowledge system. I do some interesting stuff there. Mostly just clarifying how it works. Because I feel like the base rules are a little vague. Because it's like, yeah, you roll to recall knowledge, and you get to ask a question about a monster. It's like, what does that mean? And if they fail, but you're rolling it in secret, so they don't know if they've failed. You get to answer the question wrongly. And I personally, I always use a module. It is like the bestiary tracker, which allows me to reveal individual statistics of a monster, both as they are discovered by the players, so as the monster like uses the abilities, as well as just manually when a player does recall knowledge or whatever. So I am integrating that specifically as part of the Dungeoneering campaign experience. You can replicate it by building a basic stat block and filling it in, but it's a lot easier if you have this tool. Hashtag not sponsored. Why did I say hashtag? I'm stuck in the 2000s. Help me. Save me. Yeah, this bestiary tracking module is pretty cool. I use it in all of my campaigns, and I integrate it more officially and like write down all the rules proper for this version of the system. So Dungeoneering campaigns have a slightly revamped recall knowledge system, which is really just enforcing the fact that the player characters do not have knowledge of these monsters. and thus the players don't. Like, you can find the things on the stat block, and you can be mean and retexture monsters if you are worried that your players are going to be familiar with them. So it's like, yeah, no, these are baby owl bears. They aren't, like, giant rats. You don't get to know what these things have. They're giant rats with a fly speed. Fuck you. So yeah, there are a decent number of monsters which are just like, hey, this is the stat block you're using, and we're calling them this. To get in the way of, like, player knowledge to make that recall knowledge system more valuable. There is some level of, like, it's not like I'm rewriting what a construct is, and you can assume some of the stuff that are, like, basic traits of a type of monster. But there's also stuff like, yeah, no, this isn't a fucking... This is a Klanglang. It is a little bell spider. And it is just a giant spider that I gave the construct trait. But you don't know that. You have to figure out what it is. And then the way that the bestiary tracker module works is you can go back and cite that again forever. So eventually you will build up your own bestiary of everything that is in a given dungeon. So even those, like, retextured homebrew monsters, you'll just know. You just have the initial thrill of discovery once again. Whoop. Not loving this. Okay. That was not ideal. Using the rescue claw always feels risky here, but if the kiln's going to give me that much trouble, it might be worth it. By the way, for anyone who likes what I do, and is interested in supporting me, I do have a Ko-Fi, which has just been linked in the chat by my Ko-Fi bot. And then, surprise face. Oh my god, thank you so much. Anyway. I feel like I should, like, make the bot make a fake donation or something every hour. So it's like, you know, putting a $5 in the tip jar to start the day. So people are like, oh, okay, there's some stuff in there. I'm not the first, so it's fine for me to put more in. Because for some reason, people don't like... God damn it. What? I should not be alive right now, okay? I don't know how I did that. I'm gonna be honest with all of you. I probably shouldn't have survived that. But I did, and I'm here now. So let's keep going. Pandora, please help. Thank you. Sure. That's most of it. That will get me away from the heat damage source. Not yet. Not yet. God damn it. Okay. Let me get a little bonus going here. Trying to be a little hasty there. That was on me. What? God damn it. Pandora, please. Oh, god damn it. No. No. Ah. That was a god tier, like, second chance opportunity. And I'm very sorry to have squandered it, everyone. But I will say, I appreciate everyone who came out today to check out today's Daily Peak. I hope you all had a good time watching. I had a good time playing. It's always amazing to get up to the kiln. I love watching the anti-rope freak out in the background. And I will see all of you guys next time. Bye.